Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm live for the very first time right now, and I don't know if you guys can hear me or see me, so let me know if everything's working good because this is the first time that I do this. I see that there's some people in the chat. Hello. I see Janelle is here. Hi. Hello. Can you guys all hear me okay? Is that fine? Because bear with me, this is like the first time that I'm doing this, and today is probably going to be pretty short. I'm just honestly here to like test this out and like answer some of your guys' questions and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's basically what's happening today. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, thank you. So yeah, do you guys have any questions? I was going to talk to you guys about the Oscars because I have like a few questions I want to ask you guys. And how am I? Oh, I'm doing pretty good today. I'm excited that I'm going live. I want to start going live like every single week, or at least try to, at least, because I'm kind of busy most of the week, and that's why there's been not that many videos lately. But I'm trying to go live as often as I can because I think it would be fun to chat with you guys this way and like interact with you guys more. So yeah, I wanted to ask you guys, like, what are the biggest Oscar snubs that you think about in this year? Because I'm not going to be covering the Oscars that much this year, but I wanted to know what you guys think. I personally have I have one that I'm kind of a little bit disappointed that didn't get nominated. And hold on, let me share my screen for you guys. It was in this category, it was in the music category, if I could find it. This one. I definitely thought Tenet could have been nominated here. Like, I don't know about you guys, but when I hear original score, I think the first one that I think about is Tenet, honestly. And the fact that it didn't get nominated in that category is kind of just weird to me. And also, I expected it to be nominated in cinematography. I don't think it was nominated in that category, or I could be wrong. Yeah, it was nominated in that one. And I also think the cinematography for that one is really good. So, yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed about that, but yeah. Yeah, that's literally what I just said. Yeah. And then the Oscar noms were good overall this year. Yeah, out of like only that, I think they were pretty good. And I also like how diverse it all is. I really, really like that. Hello, I'm doing pretty good today. I think they were great, but I wish Tom Holland was nominated for Cherry. I think the movie, honestly, was really good, and I like that movie. A lot of people didn't like that movie, but I feel like it kind of lost I feel like it never really had a chance to be nominated. And I heard on Twitter that there was some like stuff going on with Apple TV and like how they were promoting the movie. And I just think like a lot of the Oscars is about promotion, and I don't think they did a really good job in that. And I think if it had a chance at being nominated, it would have been for Tom Holland, but I don't think it was like his time to be nominated yet. So yeah. Yeah, Tenet deserved more. To my knowledge, I'm thinking of Ending Things look like it got snubbed big time, but I haven't seen it yet. So did The Invisible Man. So I wasn't a really big fan of I'm thinking of Ending Things, and that's just because I kind of like I didn't get it, and I'm talking about like the movie more, like I'm talking about like the plot of the movie, but I think it was well made, and I honestly could have seen it being nominated as in cinematography. And I remember when I watched it, I was thinking that it was going to be an Oscar movie, but yeah, I'm surprised that one didn't get nominated either. And yeah, The Invisible Man for sure. I loved The Invisible Man, and I'm not even surprised at this point because like horror movies always get snubbed. Like it was a couple years ago with Hereditary, and it just keeps happening over and over again. So at this point, like I don't even know what to tell you about horror movies. What makes Nolan such a distinct and unique filmmaker? What do you like most about his films? So I like his films a lot more. I like his films a lot, and he's one of my favorite filmmakers because he just makes me think, and I think a lot of his movies really surprise me, and I never really know what I'm going to expect. Like in a lot of them, I go into them thinking one thing, and it kind of just leads itself into something else. And I think he's also really bold. Like something that I admired a lot about Tenet was how like bold it was, and how it just seemed like he was having a lot of fun, and I liked a lot of the risks that he took, and I feel like not a lot of filmmakers would have done that. So yeah, that's what I really like about him. And what movie character do you relate to the most? I have to think about that one. I would honestly, one that I think of like lately, which this was really recent, and if you guys saw my top 10 movies of 2020, I would say Onward, and I would say Ian. I don't know, I feel like I relate to a lot of what he has to say, a lot of what he's like talking about in the movie and going through, and his personality. So I would say him, but I feel like there's other characters that I could relate to. I also, this is like so random, but I also like I feel like I don't relate to this character fully, but a character that I guess reminds me of myself is Randy from Scream, because I feel like I'm that person that's just always talking about horror movies constantly and like the rules. So I would also say him a lot. um wow, you guys are giving me so many questions, thank you. What do you think of Judas and the Black Messiah? I haven't seen it yet. I really really want to see it so much. I actually think I'm gonna go to the movie theater to watch it, because I missed it when it dropped on HBO Max, which sucks because I have HBO Max, and I think the movies are out for like a month, but I completely missed it and I was just so busy. But I really want to watch that one. And with that in mind, I have a question for you guys, because I wonder who you guys think what movie is gonna win Best Picture this year. I haven't seen all of the Best Picture nominees, and I think I haven't seen all of the Best Picture nominees, but out of the ones that I've seen, I'm going for Minari, and I'm really interested in what you guys have to say and like what movies you think were going to be nominated. I'll show you guys the movies just in case you haven't seen them, but I feel like it's all over everywhere. So yeah, let me know what movie you think has a chance of being nominated, because I definitely think that like Minari has a really good chance, and I think also I would say Nomadland has a pretty good chance of being nominated, because like I feel like so many people have been talking about that movie, and I personally haven't seen it yet, but like everywhere, I remember last year when it like went in the festivals and a bunch of people were talking about it, they were saying so many good things about it. So yeah, I also think that one could win, but I'm very interested in what you guys have to say about that. And let me get to more questions. You guys are giving me so much, thank you. What movies do you wish would have been nominated for any of the awards? Yeah, I'm gonna just say The Invisible Man, because that one got really robbed, and I think that movie really shined, and I think it was really awesome, and I think Elizabeth Moss could have been nominated for Best Actress, but that was like a long shot in my opinion, because it's like a movie that I wanted to be nominated, but I just like knew it wasn't going to be nominated, if that makes any sense. So yeah. What are some of your favorite TV shows? Ooh, I love TV shows. I'm gonna say Stranger Things. I really liked. This is kind of like an older one, Bates Motel. I love that show. Let me think. Oh, I love American Horror Story. Why can't I think of more TV shows? I know I watch like so many TV shows, but I can't think of them right now. I also really like Once Upon a Time. That one's also old, but it kind of got really bad in like the last couple of seasons, but I like that one. I like I like the Umbrella Academy, and oh my god, how could I forget? I love Haunting of Hill House and Haunting of Bly Manor. Like the haunting stuff is really good. And if you guys have any recommendations for horror TV shows, please let me know, because like I feel like I don't watch enough horror TV shows, and horror is my favorite genre, because I feel like I can't find that many that are that good. So I just end up watching American Horror Story or Haunting of Hill House. So yeah, the Academy doesn't deserve the horror genre. Yeah, that's true. That's literally true. And actually, with that being said, me and a couple of friends here on YouTube that we love horror, we actually did a horror Oscars, and you guys should definitely watch that. If you look up Haunted Hippie on YouTube, it should come up. It's called like the horror it's called the horror Oscars, and it was a lot of fun because we like talked about that exactly. Like the Oscars always forget about horror movies, and it sucks, but you know, we decided to make like our own little spin on it, and I think it was a lot of fun. So yeah, and definitely go subscribe to Haunted Hippie. She has a lot of like horror content if you guys like that. Is there any food you've seen in a movie that you've always wanted to try? Oh my god, yeah. So I feel like this one is like, this is so funny because I was actually thinking about it the other day. So I really love the Aristocats, and I think that, yeah, that's a Disney movie, right? I'm pretty sure that's a Disney movie. And ever since I was little, I've always liked the milk at the beginning and the cookie. And I know that's like so basic because milk and cookies, like a lot of people eat that. But the funny thing is, I'm not a fan of milk myself. Like, I don't like drinking milk. But ever since I was little, every time they would drink that and get the cookie and eat it with that, like it just looks so delicious and so nice. And I don't know, I've just always wanted to try that specific one. And also they make I forgot the name of the plate, but it's in Parasite, and I actually saw the other day a YouTuber like make it herself, and I also would love to try that. So yeah, those are some that I can think of. What is your comfort movie? Weirdly enough, it's Scream. I love watching that movie when I just want to feel comfort because I feel like those characters feel like home to me. And I know it's a horror movie and like there's scary elements and stuff, but I think what I love so much about that movie is that the script and the director just did such a great job at making the characters feel like real people, even though they're in this like weird situation, I guess. Like, it just feels like a big hug every single time that they like all come out. And I love watching this movie and I love being with these people. So yeah, I just love, that's one of my favorite comfort movies, but also one that's like, I guess, more fitting for the comfort. I would say 10 Things I Hate About You. I love that movie, and also every single time that I watch it, I just get so happy. And as like a franchise of movies that give me comfort, I would say Harry Potter, especially the first one. It's not my favorite Harry Potter movie, but I still really, really like that movie because I just love seeing them all happy, because Harry Potter does get a bit like depressing in the end. Most overlooked and or underrated movie you've seen. So yes, I have one, and it's actually, I don't know if you guys have seen it. Like, I don't know if I would consider this. No, yeah, I would say it's overlooked. Gattaca. It's a sci-fi movie, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. And I saw this movie in a biology class freshman year, and I'm so happy that my teacher showed us that movie, because ever since I saw that movie, I like gained such a respect for sci-fi and just like movies in general. Like, I don't know, it's just that movie is so good to me. And every single time that I've talked to people about it, I never hear them talk to me about it, or like they just don't know what that movie is. So I really recommend that movie if you guys haven't checked it out. Hi, Movie Micah. One of my favorite directors is Gore Verbinski. Did I butcher that name? I'm sorry. Who I think is very underrated. Have you heard of him? And so, do you like any of his movies? I actually haven't heard of him. I mean, not that I know of, but I'm gonna look him up and see if I have seen any of his movies, because I feel like sometimes I'm like not well-rounded in a bunch of directors. Oh my god, yes. I do love his movies. I just saw wait, did I read that correctly? He made Rango, and Rango is one of my favorite movies of all time. So yes, I do love his movies. I actually didn't know he was the director, so thank you so much for mentioning him. And he also directed The Ring. Oh my god, and Pirates of the Caribbean. That's awesome. I didn't know his name. I never associated his names with his movies, but also The Ring is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. And yeah, thank you so much for mentioning his name, because now that I look at him, like, he's made a lot of my favorite movies too, because I love the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. And I need to definitely check out. Oh yeah, he directed The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I haven't seen that movie yet, but it's one that's been on my list for a very long time. I am so glad you connected with Onward. I do too, in different ways. Really hit me. One of Pixar's best. Yeah, and I think it's kind of underrated. Like, I feel like it kind of got overshadowed by Soul. And I mean, I don't know which one I would consider best, because I think they're both really good in their own ways. I personally like Onward more, but I feel like it's so overshadowed by Soul that came out that year, which I'm not saying the Soul is a bad movie, because it's not. But yeah, I really liked Onward, and it was actually the last movie I saw at the movie theater before, like, COVID happened. So I always associate like that with that movie, which is good, because I miss going to the movie theaters before COVID happened. Do you have any movie recommendations for us? Well, a really good movie that I saw recently is Primal Fear, and I really, really liked that movie. If you guys haven't checked it out, you should definitely go see it. And I really recommend going in blind, because it's so good. It's like not at all what I expected, and I think it was like really smart in the way it played with everything. It's like a really nice courthouse drama, and I haven't seen too many of courthouse dramas that have captivated me, so this is automatically my favorite. But yeah, it was really, really awesome. Definitely watch Judas and the Black Messiah. Yeah, I definitely have to. I think Minar has a great chance. Wait, I saw a question. Okay, there. Favorite 40s film. I need to like catch up on classic movies, because I let me like look up 40s movies and let me see if I've seen one, because that I can think of, I don't think I've seen a movie from the 40s. Yeah, I haven't seen one that I know of. No. Yeah, I'm looking at some movies from the 40s, and yeah, I haven't seen any of these. I know you have a list on Letterboxd about like classic movies, and I definitely need to get into classic movies because like I don't know, I just like I want to put myself into that, because for such a long time I wasn't like invested in those movies, but now I really want to get into them. So, yeah, I feel like the earliest movie period that I have like seen is like the 60s, and I definitely need to go way back because I know there's a lot of really great ones that came from before the 60s. I actually have not. I really want to check out her movies, but I haven't seen any of them. I just know everybody says she's awesome, and also she's directing The Eternals, and I just can't wait. I love seeing women directing, especially Asian women. I feel like we barely get that in Hollywood, and I'm really happy that she's getting her move. And yeah, I really need to check out more of her movies. I think The Father will win because it got nominated for practically everything. If not, I'm expecting Nomadland. Yeah, that's true. The Father did get nominated for everything, and there's always that like one movie that takes everything. But I think the one that has the most nominations is Mank. And off topic, but back to like the Oscar talk, I hope Mank doesn't win that many stuff. I know that's like so mean to say because a lot of people worked on the movie, and the movie was well made. I don't know. I just don't think it like deserves as many nominations as it got, but that's just me. I wonder what you guys have to say about that, because yeah. What are your favorite romance movies? So I actually just made a video about my favorite romance movies, but I'll just give you some. I would say Atonement is my favorite, and that's like a really depressing romance, but I also really like Romeo and Juliet. The Baz Luhrmann version. I love Baz Luhrmann. He's like an awesome director. That's very underrated in my opinion. I also really like 10 Things I Hate About You that I mentioned. Why did I forget every single romance movie? Those are the ones that I like the most. Oh, I also like About Time. I saw that one recently, and that one is awesome. Oh, awesome, you saw it. That's amazing. Hello. Was not expecting for you to say Scream is your comfort movie. I feel like if you know me, you would know I was gonna say that, but like I love that movie. All my friends, if they're watching, they're like, yeah, that's her comfort movie. Favorite film score. So I'm actually making a video about this soon, so I don't want to spoil like all of my favorite ones, but I would say that actually, do I want to spoil any of them? I mean, okay, I'll just say that Hans Zimmer is definitely on the list, but I don't want to give anything away about my film score video because I've been working on that one for a while. What are some of your favorite comic book movies? Yes, I love comic book movies. I'm gonna say honestly, it takes a lot for me not to like a comic book movie unless it's like the DCEU. I'm not a really big fan of the DCEU except like the Wonder Woman and Birds of Prey. I liked that one, but I just love Marvel, and I'm gonna say Thor Ragnarok. I really like Winter Soldier. I am so excited. And by the way, I haven't seen the Falcon and Winter Soldier show yet. I'm gonna be watching that tonight, so don't spoil in the comments. I don't know if any of you have. I don't think you have, but I'm just saying I haven't seen it yet. I also really like Unbreakable. Does that one count? I feel like that's a very different comic book movie that I really like. And I also really like the first Avengers movie. I think that movie is awesome. And I'm gonna go back to the DC and say The Dark Knight. That's probably basic to say, but I love that movie. And I don't care what anybody says. I just think that movie is awesome. What's your top movie genre and your favorite movie in that genre? Definitely horror. I love horror movies. That's why I dedicated a whole series on my channel to horror last October. And my favorite movie in that genre is Scream or The Shining. It's interchangeable. It like depends on my mood because The Shining I think is like better made than Scream. Like I think it's like more perfect than Scream, even though I consider Scream to be a perfect movie, but I just think The Shining has like more layers to it. But Scream is like so fun to watch, like I've said, and like I feel like it's easier to digest if that makes any sense. Where like The Shining I have to be in like the mood for it because I think that movie is just like that movie's just a lot, but I really love that movie. What did you think of Raya and the Last Dragon, and what is your favorite Disney revival film? Oh my god, I loved Raya and the Last Dragon, and I really have to get out my review because I've been meaning to record my review for that, and I just like haven't done that, so I'm like really sorry about that for you guys. It'll be up soon, I promise. But I loved it. I thought it was when I saw it, I gave it like 5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. And honestly, I don't have too many nitpicks with it. I feel like when I think about it, there's like minor things that bother me, but overall, I think it was awesome. And I loved seeing Raya. And I love that Disney's doing this thing where like princesses don't need anybody to succeed, if that makes sense. Like I feel like in so many older Disney movies, which I still enjoy. Like I grew up watching all of these movies, and there were all of these girls that like they had to get a man, and they had to get this and they had to get that, and like Raya just felt so powerful. And I'm so happy for like girls growing up now, because it's like so beautiful to see a character like that on screen. And I also love the dragons, and it was so beautiful, and I just liked everything that they did with the characters. So I really liked Raya. And my favorite Disney revival film, I'm not too caught up on like the different Disney Disney times periods, but I think Tangled is on that list, so it would definitely be Tangled. That's also one of my favorite movies of all time. Yo, what's up? Not gonna lie, I haven't been too caught up on the award season movies, but I'm gonna get there. Yeah, same, Dominic. I'm like, I feel like I'm not. Yeah, I could have been more caught up, but I'm not. And I'm trying to do this thing where I'm like watching as many movies as I can to like to feel like I can like vote for something in the Oscars, because years past, I just kind of watched the Oscars and I'm like, oh, I want this movie to win, but I didn't see any of the other nominees, so I feel like I'm not giving the other ones a chance. So yeah, I'm trying to watch as many movies as I can. Do you watch Cobra Kai? I do not, and I also haven't seen The Karate Kid. I need to do that. But I don't know if I will watch Cobra Kai. Like, I don't know if it interests me enough, but I mean, if you recommend it, I could definitely check it out. Favorite Disney movie of all time? So I gotta go with The Lion King, Tangled, and I am gonna say The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I really love those movies. I think they're awesome, and I'm even gonna throw Beauty and the Beast there because I think those are awesome. I mean, yeah, I think that one's awesome. I would say the Onward is underrated, but everyone is saying it's underrated now, so is it truly underrated? Yeah, I feel like the word underrated it's thrown around a lot, and I'm kind of guilty of saying the word underrated all the time, but I don't know. I'm still gonna say that it's underrated because I mean, I don't even know, because it's like so hard, because I feel like when you say something's underrated, it's like not that many people appreciate it, but like it's a Pixar Disney movie and I feel like it's really big. So now that you're saying that, I don't know if it's underrated. So yeah, what is your favorite movie? It changes all of the time, but I'm gonna say Donnie Darko, and I've been pretty definite on that one for a long time. I love Donnie Darko, and if you guys haven't seen that, you should definitely go watch it. I think it's like really awesome, and it has everything that I love about movies into one. And if I'm ever able to make a movie and direct one, which I hope I'll be able to one day, I want to make one just like Donnie Darko. Obviously not copy it, but I think the way it like plays around with you is awesome, and it has like one of my favorite performances of all time. Jake Gyllenhaal is one of my favorite actors, and he does an incredible job in this movie. Hope she says Meet the Robinsons. Oh my god, I forgot about Meet the Robinsons. You see, these questions are so hard because I also really love Meet the Robinsons, and I think that one is kind of underrated too. I love that movie so much, and when I was little, I used to be so obsessed with watching it. So yeah, I would honestly also say that one's like one of my favorites. I just have so many favorites. Primal Fear is great. The director, Gregory Hoblet, did Fallen a couple years ago after that with Denzel. It's also great if you haven't seen it. I haven't seen that movie, so I'm going to add it to my list. Thank you so much. I haven't seen Mank, but I want David Fincher to win Best Director because it is long overdue. I don't want him to win Best Director, but not because he's not a good director. I just I consider it in like this award season. I think he directed the movie really well, and I think he did an awesome job. And yeah, he is an amazing director, and so many of his movies are like in my favorite movie list, and I really need to watch all of his movies because all the ones that I've seen of his have been amazing. But like, I don't know, I kind of don't think he's gonna win Best Director, and I don't know if it's because like I kind of don't want him to. I don't know, maybe it's biased because I'm a woman, but I would like to see a woman win Best Director. I think that would be iconic, and yeah. So yeah, that's my pick on it. Favorite MCU movie: Thor Ragnarok and Winter Soldier. Those are my favorites. Most unique film you have seen. Let me think about that one. I'm trying to think about that. I mean, I would say I feel like there has to be a more unique movie than this, but the one that comes to my mind is 500 Days of Summer. I just really like the stylistic choices in that movie. It doesn't do anything too crazy, but I think it was like pretty unique in the way it did its editing, and that's one of my favorite aspects of that movie. So that's the one I'm gonna have to go with. My personal favorite Disney films are The Lion King, Aladdin, The Great Mouse Detective, Big Hero 6, and Zootopia. You've named awesome movies. And like the thing with Disney is that it's so hard to like pinpoint just one because I think so many of them are so awesome. So yeah, Aladdin and Zootopia are top tier for me. Yeah, Zootopia is awesome. I really, really like that movie. Tangled 2, yeah, it's awesome. Most overrated movie. Oh my god, I have one. The Witch, and that's a horror movie. And if you've seen that one, let me know your thoughts. But I can acknowledge that it's a well-made movie, and the same director went ahead and did The Lighthouse, and I really like The Lighthouse. And because I like The Lighthouse so much, I want to go ahead and rewatch The Witch because I want to see like how it was, you know? Because when I first saw it, I just didn't like that movie at all. And I just think it's like not, I don't know, I just like don't get what people think about it. Like it's really well made and stuff, but I don't get what people talk about it. It has like 90 something percent on Rotten Tomatoes, and The Witch is questionable. Yeah, Daniela. Yeah, I agree. What's your favorite book adaptation movie? I would say The Hunger Games, and specifically Catching Fire. Obviously, the book is always better, and I'm always gonna say that. I say that about like everything. The book will always be better, but I think that one is amazing. And also now I'm reading Gone Girl, so I would also say Gone Girl. What I think worked really well with Gone Girl is that the screenwriter of the movie is the same author of the book, and I think that's awesome because she's basically writing her own material into a movie rather than getting somebody else to write it. So that's awesome. And I'm reading Gone Girl right now, and I really recommend it. So yeah, I like Lilo and Stitch. I find that the most underrated post-Renaissance Disney film. Yeah, that's true. I also really love Lilo and Stitch. Do you have a least favorite movie? Oh my god, yes I do. No, I'm gonna say two of them. So the first one is Doolittle, and it's the one that came out like, was it last year? Yeah, in 2020, I think it came out in 2020. In January. That was such a bad movie, and I knew it was gonna be a bad movie. Like I never thought that movie was gonna be good, but it was just so bad in my opinion. And that was like one of the first movies I saw, and I just thought it was so bad, and I just hate that movie so much. And another one is from actually 2020 as well, and it's a horror movie, The Grudge. I hate that movie so much. It's like not good at all, and I don't know why it was made. I just really like can't like that movie. Like I don't understand the reason for another Grudge movie, but like it was just really bad. And it just like every time I watch a bad horror movie, I understand why people say that horror movies have like some of the worst movies, because I think they do, and that's coming from somebody that loves horror movies. So I would say those two. What upcoming Disney movies are you most excited for? I'm really excited for Encanto. Yes, I'm so excited for Encanto. I loved I just loved the little teaser we got, and I know Lin-Manuel Miranda's working on the music, and I cannot wait for Encanto. It's gonna be like so much fun, and I just know the songs are gonna be amazing, and I'm hoping that the songs are like Spanish and English so I can like sing to them too. I'm just so excited for Encanto. But I think my most anticipated Disney movie is Encanto, but I have another one too, and it's the Lightyear one. I think, is that what it's gonna be called? Lightyear, the one that was announced at the Disney Investor Day, that Chris Evans is gonna be voicing Buzz Lightyear. I'm so excited, and the fact that it's not a Toy Story movie, it's like a story about the story of Buzz Lightyear is awesome, and I can't wait to see that movie. I'm a huge Toy Story fan, so that one is definitely the most I'm excited for. Favorite DC movie? I haven't seen too many, but I'm gonna say The Dark Knight. I really like that movie. I think it's awesome, and yeah. What other movie genres do you really enjoy apart from horror? I love sci-fi. That's my second, and it's awesome. If you guys haven't seen my video about the sci-fi movie mashup, I started with sci-fi because I was just thinking about how good sci-fi is, and like that movie. I mean that genre is so interesting, and I think it just makes filmmakers like so creative, and that's what I love so much about it. And although there are tropes like in other genres, I feel like it's the genre that has the most uniqueness to it, and that's awesome. And a lot of my favorite movies come from there, like Blade Runner, Arrival. Arrival. I mean, I would also say like superhero movies or sci-fi. I just love sci-fi so much. I don't know if anyone's asked this, but I don't know if anybody's asked this yet, but who's your favorite filmmaker? For sure, Christopher Nolan. I love his movies so much. And I would also say Baz Luhrmann. I don't hear a lot of people talk about him, but I love the stylistic choices that he has in his movies, and I think he's so creative. So I'm also going to say him. And I also really like Wes Craven. I love Wes Craven. I love his horror movies. Nightmare on Elm Street is awesome. Scream is awesome. So I'm going to say them. I love the Hunger Games. Yeah, me too, Denise. Yeah, I'm like so delayed on the chat. Sorry, guys. Favorite fictional character? I have like so many. I'm gonna say Katniss from the Hunger Games because she's awesome. And usually in movies and in books, I don't like the main character the most. Like I like the side characters most, but I think she's like the best, one of the best in there. I'm gonna just say somebody else from the Hunger Games. I love Finnick in the Hunger Games. Another fictional character that I love is Sirius Black. He's awesome. I just love him so much, and he's just so awesome. Now that I'm talking about him, I really want to like rewatch that. I also really like Indiana Jones, and I love Princess Leia. I just like so many characters. I feel like I should make a video about that because there's definitely a lot that I can talk about. Oh, the next question is about Indiana Jones. What do you think about Indiana Jones, and will you be doing a series? Well, yes, because I'm doing a Steven Spielberg series, which I know I haven't posted a review from that series in a while, but it's happening. And Steven Spielberg directed all of the Indiana Jones movies, so I'll definitely be talking about it there, and it's going to have its own little series. But yeah, I love Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones are some of my favorite movies of all time, and I'm just so excited to talk about it. And also, I was wondering what you guys think about Indiana Jones 5, because I think that that's not going to be a good idea, but who knows, maybe it might surprise us. React to Bollywood movie trailer and songs video. Yeah, I need to get more into Bollywood. I currently have a teacher actually, and he's really into Bollywood, and he was like giving me some recommendations. So if you have any recommendations, let me know because I would love to do that. Thoughts on Prisoners. I adore this movie so much. Oh my god. I saw it recently as well, and by recently I mean like a couple months ago actually, so maybe not that recently, but it's such a good movie. And I feel like I'm gonna butcher the director's name, so don't come for me. Denis Villeneuve, is that how you say it? I feel like you guys know what director I'm talking about. But he's awesome, and he directed such a great movie. And also Hugh Jackman was so fantastic in that movie, and Jake Gyllenhaal, he gave like a more subtle performance, Jake Gyllenhaal, and he did little things with like the twitching of his eye that worked really well, and the ending was awesome. Like the entire movie is so great. I really like that movie. Have you watched Chaos Walking? Yeah, I watched it recently. I think it's the last movie that I saw at the movie theater, and I liked it. Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's like a bad movie, but it's like a good movie. Like, I wouldn't even consider it a bad movie. It has a lot of stuff that doesn't really work. Like, I think a lot of the characters are wasted, a lot of the performances are wasted, and also I think they could have done a better job at like not making you feel really rushed. And a bunch of parts felt choppy when I think about it, but it also had a lot of reshoots, so like that explains a lot of it. But I can't lie and say I didn't enjoy myself. And yeah, I guess you could call it a guilty pleasure, but yeah. What do you like more, Halloween 1979 or The Purge? I think you mean 1978, or are you talking about, did a movie Halloween come out in 1979? I don't even know. I could be wrong. Well, I assume you're talking about the 1978 version, but definitely Halloween from 1978. The Purge, I think, is a good concept, and the movie's entertaining, but I just don't think the movies work that well. I haven't seen them in a really long time, but I don't know. I feel like those are just like, especially now that they keep making more Purge movies, it's just like a money-grabbing franchise to me. Halloween 78 is one of the best horror movies of all time. Just wanted to drop in and say hello. Hello, thank you so much for joining. Hello. Oh, I think you meant the exclamation mark. Nice to see you doing a live. Yeah, thanks. And thanks for joining After Credits. I'm really happy to be doing this live, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too, because I'm hoping to do these weekly to talk to you guys. I'd love to see a video about your fave characters too. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. I think maybe I can even split it into like villains and heroes, or like, yeah, because I think I'm gonna do that. I think I can make that a whole series of anything. Favorite MCU characters? I love Tony. I love Natasha. Wanda for sure. Wanda wasn't one of my favorite characters before. I liked her and I always thought she was powerful, but I really want to thank WandaVision for like bringing her up. I also really love Bucky, and yeah, I feel like those are my favorite characters. I also really like Gamora and Groot. I like so many characters. It's like so hard. Most useless MCU side characters. Um, I don't know. Like I can't really think of any right now. I mean, okay, wait. I have one, but like I don't know if this is like kind of I don't know if you guys are gonna agree with me or not, but whatever. I think it's kind of a hot take, but I think Quicksilver is useless in the franchise. I really like Quicksilver's character, don't get me wrong, but I think I don't know, I just don't think the franchise has done good enough with him because spoilers for WandaVision and Age of Ultron, by the way, if you guys haven't seen that, maybe don't watch this part. But like in Age of Ultron, he died, and yeah, that was really sad. And I mean, no, I said that so casually, but yeah, it was really sad. And I think they did really good development with that. And I think it had needed to happen to give us development with Wanda and Vision. So I definitely agree that they should have done that. But then WandaVision happened, and like I was really excited to see Quicksilver back, and they did the whole Evan Peters thing, and they cast him as X-Men. And I'm gonna spoil my thoughts on WandaVision because I am gonna make a whole video on it, even though it's late. But I didn't like how they just kind of threw the character away again, and they were like, "Oh, he's some." I think his name was like I don't remember his name, but I just know the last name was like Boner or something. And I mean, I guess it made for good laughs, but I just feel like it was such a wasted opportunity. So I'm gonna say Quicksilver because I think they could have done so much good with him the times that they've had him, and they haven't. I mean, I don't know, maybe Kevin Feige has something coming with Quicksilver and he's pranking us again, but yeah, that's what I think about so far. Do you like musical movies? If so, what are some of your favorite ones? Yeah, I love musicals. I love Moulin Rouge yeah, that was definitely my favorite. I love The Greatest Showman. That movie doesn't have good Rotten Tomatoes, but I really like that movie. I also really like how do you say it? Wait, I'm gonna probably butcher it. Les Miserables. I'm probably gonna say it so wrong, but whatever. I really like that movie too. Those are some of my favorite musicals that I can think about right now. Which of the upcoming Marvel movies shows are you most excited for? I'm really excited for the Eternals. I think that's the one that I'm most hyped for, but also Spider-Man No Way Home. That definitely has to be up there. I love No Way Home like so much just from what we've seen, and we haven't even seen anything, and I'm really excited because I love Tom Holland as the character, I love Zendaya, I love Jacob Batalon. Like the trio is going to be back, and I'm so excited. And also I really liked Far From Home and Homecoming, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do next. I'm also really excited for Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. That one I'm really excited for. I think we're going to get a lot of answers. I'm just really excited for like phase 4, and for the show I'm really hyped for Loki. And yeah, I'm just hyped for like so much right now. I think phase 4 is going to be one of Marvel's best. Did you ever watch Rocketman from 2019? Strongly recommend if you haven't. Really good film. Yeah, I agree. It's an awesome movie. I really like this movie. And what surprised me a lot about it was that it's told in like a musical style, because I thought it was going to kind of be like Bohemian Rhapsody, which I am a fan of that movie a lot. But I thought it was going to be like that one where it wasn't so much a musical. But I really liked in this one that they used Elton John's songs, and like his mom started singing in the movie, and like people from the town. Like it felt like a big musical number. And I feel like that was just really awesome. The visuals were amazing. I love the costume choices, and like it's just such a good movie. And I always think about the scene where they do start singing Rocket Man when he like throws himself into the pool. That scene is beautiful. I really recommend that movie if you haven't seen it. Hello. Thoughts on The Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 1 if you saw it? No, I haven't seen it yet, so I can't give you my thoughts on it, but I do know I'm really excited about it. And yeah, if you guys want to know my thoughts about each of the episode, I'll be doing that on Letterboxd. I don't know if it's on Letterboxd like WandaVision, but if anything, like I'll put it on my Instagram. So make sure to follow me if you aren't following me there. It's at Jennifer V Movies. If you love musical movies, you should watch Sweeney Todd. I started Sweeney Todd and I need to finish Sweeney Todd. So yeah, I definitely want to watch that a lot. I need to watch more Burton. Is that Tim Burton? I think that is right. I really like his movies from the ones that I have seen. And yeah, I think I got through all the questions. Did I miss any? If you guys have any more questions, let me know, because I'll be really happy to answer that for you guys. And have you guys seen anything good lately? Because I have been like not in a movie slump because I watch movies all of the time, but I've been watching a lot of movies for my series on YouTube. So last night I saw Halloween 3 and I finished it today, and I'm going to be watching Halloween 4 soon because yeah, I have a Halloween series going on that I kind of just let die for a little bit, but it is back now. And I've also been watching a lot of Steven Spielberg movies, so I haven't had time to watch like a lot of like other movies. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know. Hi Jen, favorite DCEU film. Like I said, I'm not the biggest DCEU fan, but I'm trying to like get into it because I'm much more of like a Marvel girl. But with the Zack Snyder's Justice League, I've been wanting to watch them because I haven't even seen the original Justice League, which I've heard it's really bad, so I don't know if I'm gonna skip it. I don't know. We'll see. But for favorite, I would say Wonder Woman or Birds of Prey. It's between those. I also really like Shazam. Those are the three that I've seen that I really like from the DCU. I also like Wonder Woman 1984, but yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with Wonder Woman as my favorite. That's an awesome movie. What's a franchise you would like to get into but haven't yet? I really want to get into Lord of the Rings. I haven't seen any of the movies, and I read some of the books, but I've never seen any of the movies, which is so weird. And I think like I would definitely like Lord of the Rings. Like I feel like it's my thing, so I definitely need to get into that franchise. Favorite A24 film? Oh my god, I love A24. I would say, let me think. I would say, actually, I'm gonna say Minari, which is the latest one that they've come up with. I really like that movie, and that movie doesn't feel like an A24 movie, if that makes any sense. I feel like some A24 movies like don't have any plot, and I guess Minari doesn't really have a big plot, but I don't know. I just really like Minari, and I almost forget that it's an A24 movie, but I'm gonna say that one. But other movies that I like that are A24 are, I really like Midsommar. That one's awesome. And yeah, and Hereditary, those are awesome. From there, I also really like, I think it's called, yeah, A Ghost Story. I saw that one, and that one's really, really awesome. And I love Lady Bird too. So there's like a lot in A24, but I'm gonna stick with Minari for my favorite. Did you like Knives Out? Did I like Knives Out? I love Knives Out. It's such a good movie. It's also one of my favorites. It's so well done, and like Rian Johnson did such a good job directing that movie, and the ending was awesome. It's like such an interesting it's such an interesting whodunit, because I feel like it's so different than the other ones that I've seen, and this one did it amazingly. Any Oscar movie predictions? I mean, I can't really say too much because I haven't seen all of the movies. I just hope that women win Best Director. I would really, really like that, but I can't give predictions. I wish I could. I wanted to make a video like my Oscar predictions before, like when the nominations came out, but I haven't seen them. Maybe I'll do that when I have seen all of the movies. If you guys are interested in that, let me know, because I would love to do that. Worst MCU film apart from Thor: The Dark World and Iron Man 2? Damn, I mean, yeah, I would say those are some of the worst. Let me think. Let me think. I'm gonna pull up the Marvel movies because I need to visualize them right now. I mean, Thor: The Dark World, I like that movie, but I definitely, yeah, it's probably the worst one. This is so hard. I don't know which one would be the worst, because I don't think, hold on, I'm literally reading them, because I would say, honestly, Thor. I think that's the one that I would say. Yeah, because I think the Thor movies before Thor Ragnarok were Marvel's worst movies. So I'm going to go with Thor, even though I like watching that movie, but I don't think it's a very, very good one. Thank you so much, Aurora. Since I finished Tarantino, Fincher, and Nolan, I have been watching Scorsese, Snyder, and Wes Craven. And oh my god, why did I read Wes Craven? And Wes Anderson. That's awesome. Also, I need to definitely finish Tarantino movies. I've seen mostly all of them, but I need to catch up on those. And I need to also see all of Fincher. I really want to. And I also really need to watch Scorsese. I haven't seen too many of him. I think he's the one that I've seen the least stuff. And Wes Anderson, I also really want to get into. I think those are all really great filmmakers. Yep, I love this movie so much. Favorite actors, actresses? I'm gonna say Jake Gyllenhaal. He's so good. I love everything that he does, and a lot of his movies end up in my favorites movies list, and a lot of it is because of his performance. I also really like Jennifer Lawrence. I think she's also so awesome, but I'm not like that. I don't know how to explain it. I don't have that many favorite actors or actresses. I don't know. I can't really think of any more. I also really like Leonardo DiCaprio. But yeah, those are the ones that I could think of, but I don't really have like a big list. What's your favorite foreign film? The Handmaiden. I love that movie so much. It's so good. If you guys haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it. It's awesome. Like, I think that's the best foreign movie that I've seen, and also my favorite. It was really well made, really well done. I think I saw it on a streaming service. I think I can't remember which one, but I think it's out there somewhere in a streaming service. And that movie is like is so good because it just takes everything you think you know is happening and like twists it around in like its own narrative, and it was so creative and so good. But another one that I really like that's foreign is The Orphanage, and that's a horror movie, and it's a great movie. I believe it's Spanish. I'm like pretty sure it's Spanish. I really like that movie. What is your favorite movie? Donnie Darko, like I said before, I really like that movie. I just think it's awesome. What's your favorite Little Women character? I'm gonna have to go with Amy. I love Amy in the movie, and even though I feel like even though I love Jo a lot too, like she's the protagonist, but I love Amy in the movie, and I like her like development throughout. I feel like she's pretty annoying in the beginning, but I like everything that they do with her character in the movie. And also she's an artist and I'm an artist, and I relate to her in that aspect. Darko is bad but overhated in my opinion. I understand that. I feel like that too. I feel like it's a bad movie, and I haven't done an MCU ranking, and I think it would be down there, but I don't know. I just think I still get enjoyment from them, and that's to say that I get enjoyment, at least personally, from every Marvel movie. So yeah, that's just me. The way they bleached Thor's eyebrows was like, yeah, it's so funny, but it's like so bad. The Amazing Spider-Man thoughts. I actually haven't seen them. Like, I mean, well, wait. I've seen them, but like in parts. I haven't seen like the full thing. I need to do that because the only like Spider-Man movies that I've seen fully have been the Tom Holland one with the MCU. So yeah, I can't really give you my thoughts on that. I feel like I'm behind on watching all of that. So I really want to, before No Way Home comes out, I'm going to be doing a Spider-Man series because I want to watch all the Spider-Mans, and also I think that would be a really nice series to talk about. Yeah, how many is on Prime? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's where it is, on Amazon Prime. Thank you so much, Rosie. One of my favorite forms was Pan's Labyrinth. Yes, that one is so good. And that's directed by Guillermo del Toro, I believe. And he's also a really great filmmaker. And that movie is beautiful and is also one of my favorite movies. I think it's awesome. And now that you said that, I thought of another foreign movie that I also really like. It's Amelie. That movie is so cute and so beautiful. I really like that. And I have to thank my friend for recommending it to me because it's awesome. What is your favorite comedy? I have to think about that one because a comedy is, I'm not saying I don't like comedy, but it's not like my favorite, it's not one of my favorite genres, but let me think, because I have like romantic comedies, but I'm trying to think of like comedies. Hold on, I'm like trying to think. Oh, okay, I have one. The Big Lebowski, that movie's really good, and I really like that one, and that one's really funny. I also really like, this is like, these movies are bad, but I really like them. Scary Movie, those movies I think are pretty funny, so I'm gonna put those in there. So I'm gonna say that. But I don't watch that many comedies, even though well, wait, I'm wrong. I feel like I do watch a lot of comedies, but like they don't stick with me, so that's why I have to like think about it, because comedy is not one of my favorite genres. I need to really watch a lot more. I'm like I want a comedy that I really want to watch is Shaun of the Dead. I haven't seen that one yet, and I've heard a lot of good things about that one. Just got out of the class in time for this live. Hello, I'm so glad you can make it. Guillermo del Toro, the accent came out. Yeah. Fave rom-com, one of mine is 10 Things I Hate About You. Yes, that's literally my favorite romantic comedy and one of my favorite movies ever. Let me think of other rom-coms that I really like. I like, oh my god, why did I forget the name? Wait, why did I forget the name? Hold on, give me a second. Let me like regroup my thoughts and think. How could I forget the name of that movie? Guys, I literally forgot what I was gonna say, but like I know what movie I'm talking about, but I completely forgot. So I'll get back to you on that romantic comedy that I really like. But yeah, 10 Things I Hate About You is definitely mine. I also really like, is that a romantic comedy? I was gonna say, yeah, Legally Blonde. That's a romantic comedy, right? I really like that one a lot too. Another one, okay, the movie that I was talking about is 17 again. I really like that movie, and I think it works as romantic comedy too. I like that one a lot. That's the one that I was like thinking about. And oh my god, how could I forget Mamma Mia? That's definitely another one that I absolutely adore. Since you mentioned Del Toro, have you seen Gonzalez? Oh my god, why did your comment disappear? Okay, here it is. Have you seen González Iñárritu? Did I say that right? I feel like I said that wrong. Films. I haven't that I think of. I'm gonna look him up. I know who you're talking about, but I don't think I've seen any of his movies. I've really wanted to, but yeah, no, I'm looking at his list and I haven't. I really, really want to get into his movies though, so yeah, definitely I need to watch his movies. Yes, I hope you like it. It's my third favorite film at the moment. Oh my god, that's awesome. Yeah, I really, really want to watch that movie. And I want to get into Edgar Wright a lot too, because I feel like that's another director that I feel like I would really, really like. Have you seen Deadpool and Deadpool 2? And if you've seen them, what do you think about them? Yeah, I have seen Deadpool. I can't believe I forgot that when I talked about comic book movies. And now that you say that, I also forgot to mention X-Men. I like X-Men a lot. So those are also some of my favorite comic book movies. But Deadpool is awesome and like a perfect movie for what it was trying to do. And Deadpool 2 is also fantastic. That movie is so awesome. But I do like the first one more. And I can't wait for Deadpool 3. I think they're making that. And I'm really, really excited. 17 again is good, but Matthew Perry couldn't shake the Shangler Bing. Yeah. I feel like he always kind of plays the same characters, but I really enjoy that movie nonetheless, even though it's not perfect at all. But I really, really like that movie. Have you seen any David Fincher films? If so, what's your favorite? Yeah, I've seen a few. I've seen Gone Girl, The Social Network, and I feel like I'm missing one that I have seen. Are those the ones? No, I've seen Zodiac too. Yeah, those are the ones that I've seen. And my favorite out of those would have to be Gone Girl. I think the best one though, like the most well made, is The Social Network. I feel like that movie has. I don't think that movie has like any flaws. Oh, I've also seen Alien 3, but we forget that movie exists, right? We forget that movie exists. I think even he doesn't even like to regard that movie as his, but definitely Gone Girl. I love that movie so much. Birdman, yeah. I've heard that from a lot of people. I definitely need to watch that movie. 7. Are you talking about like the David Fincher movie? Yeah, right? I need to watch that movie. I have started it, but I never finished it, so I need to do that. Zodiac is my favorite Fincher. Zodiac is awesome. And like that movie was so different than what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot more with the Zodiac killers, and it was a lot more in the detective side of things, and it's awesome. That movie is awesome, and Jake Gyllenhaal is in that movie, and you guys already know he's one of my favorite actors. So when I see him in a movie, it's awesome. I respect your opinion, but Deadpool 2 is my favorite Deadpool movie. That's fair, and I respect your opinion too. I think it's still an awesome movie, but I like the first Deadpool more. You need to see Fight Club. I really need to see Fight Club. But here's the thing. I think I kind of got spoiled with Fight Club, and I know it has like a plot twist that a lot of people talk about. And in my film class last semester, I overheard somebody talk about it, and I got really mad that like I hadn't seen Fight Club yet. So I'm like trying to wait a little bit to see if I forget about. I don't even know what I heard. Honestly, like I don't know if I can. I heard something and I think it was the plot twist, and now I kind of don't want to watch Fight Club because I'm like mad at myself that I didn't wait that I didn't see that movie sooner. So, I kind of just got spoiled. But yeah, I really do need to see Fight Club. I feel like that's one of those movies that a bunch of film fans and just people in general really, really, really like. Wow, guys, we're at 52 minutes. I didn't think the live stream was going to last this long because I thought there wasn't going to be that many people, but right now there's 8 people, and I just want to thank you guys so much for, like, being here because it means so, so much to me. I got another question. Underrated filmmakers. This is, like, hard because I don't know. I feel like the only filmmakers that I know, which I know that's, like, so dumb of me, I guess, are, like, the famous ones. But I feel I can't think of any right now. So yeah, I'm gonna have to like not answer that question. I'm really, really sorry about that. I can't think of any right now. What's your favorite Guillermo del Toro movies beside Pan's Labyrinth? Let me go look up his movies. I think he did. Hold on. Give me a second, cause I think he did. What was it? Yeah, okay, I was right. He did The Shape of Water, and I would say that one's my favorite, but I also really like Pacific Rim. That one's also a great one. And I haven't seen too many of his movies. Those are the only 2 that I've seen, and Pan's Labyrinth. I need to definitely watch that. So I need to definitely watch more of his movies because I think he's a great filmmaker in what I've seen him in. And yeah. Also, you should really watch Killing Eve and Fleabag. Oh my god, I really want to get into Killing Eve so much. I know I'm probably gonna like it. I just always forget. That one's on Hulu, right? I always forget that I have Hulu because I don't know. I'm like never on Hulu that much, so I always forget to like watch what's on my list. And I also really want to watch Fleabag. That's another show that's on my list. If given the full budget to direct a feature film, what would the genre be? Oh my god, I love this question so much because I love talking about this. I would do a horror movie, and I would do a really awesome psychological like paranormal movie. And I feel like with a big budget, people might want to do like superhero movies, and I feel like that would be cool. But I don't know. I just really want to make a horror movie. That's what I want to do in the future if I'm able to make movies, is make a lot of horror movies and make awesome sets. Like I would love to do awesome sets and be able to, even if I have a big budget, do practical effects, because I think practical effects in horror movies are awesome. So I would definitely want to do that as well. Crimson Peak was so good. I need to watch that as well. I feel like I have like a lot of the stuff that you guys are saying to watch, I have on my list that I've had for so long. But I do love the first Deadpool. Okay, I am gonna stop talking about Deadpool now. No, feel free to talk about Deadpool as much as you want. I also really like Deadpool, so you can keep talking about Deadpool if you want. And yeah, I feel like the way you're feeling about Deadpool 1 and 2 is kind of how I feel, but the opposite, because I still really love the second Deadpool. I just really think the first one is a tad bit better, in my opinion. Yeah. If you guys have any last minute questions, then go ahead and ask. And if not, I'm gonna just end the chat. I'm gonna give you guys a second if you wanna ask anything. And yeah. Okay, I don't see any more chats coming in and questions. So thank you guys so much for watching this live, my first live. It's awesome that you guys are joining me, and I'm so excited to do more of these lives. And wait, one last thing. That sounds great. I'm not a horror fan, but I love to direct a biopic or based on a true story. Oh my god, yeah, those are awesome. And speaking of that, I would also really like to make a horror movie based on a true story. I think those are the best horror movies and my favorites. So I would also love to do that. But as I was saying, thank you guys so much for watching this live. It was awesome talking to you guys for like about an hour, and I hope to do this again next week. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.